One shot. Let's begin. Can you fall in love? Skeleton by Nora Koto Shigeo Kota. Nora Koto is the author, the artist Shigeo Kota. Translated by Nasty and uploaded by Nasty Rose. All right, this is semi-grand prize winning work, so let's see how this goes. It is the month of February, which means we're reading romance one shots. So let's begin, everybody. When it comes to love, it is the appearance that matters, or is it what's inside that counts? The ultimate question about love. Many people say it's what's on the inside because it's bad if you just get taken in by someone's appearance. But in this case,
Adventurer, will you become my lover?
faced with having to fall in love with a skeleton, I would really like to opt for appearance on this matter. The princess I saved was just bone. He fell in love with a skeleton. Oh, see how it goes. My name is Arwen. I'm an adventurer who makes a living by slaying monsters. One day, I was hunting monsters in this old castle. The job was to clear out all the monsters that had settled in this castle, which had been destroyed 100 years ago. Having hunted down almost all the monsters, I found a strange looking coffin in the throne room. When I opened it,
Let us be united in love!
I woke up to a weird skeleton. To sum it up, your name is L'Oreal O Signorelle. Yes! You used to be the princess of this castle, Signorelle. But 100 years ago, an evil wizard ravaged the castle and turned you into a skeleton, and you spent a century sealed away in slumber. And then I just broke that seal.
Yep, that's right!
And now, you think the only way to lift your curse,
Yes, is to receive a kiss from someone who loves me!
uh, once the curse is lifted through the power.
Once the curse is lifted through the power of love, there will be a happy ending. I'll be able to return to my previous form, and you'll get a gorgeous girlfriend to spend your days with in happiness.
Yeah, there's no way a kiss will lift that curse.
It will! I'm telling you! Come on! It's basically a staple in all kinds of fairy tales. So, adventurer, love me! Love me!
Wait. Loving a skeleton, that's just impossible.
So, in the end, it's all about the looks? In the end, it's just the appearance that matters for love?
Come on. In this case, it can't be helped, can it?
Don't worry. What truly matters is the heart. It's what's inside that counts.
Well, yeah, but
I've got a great personality.
I have never heard anyone say that where it was actually true. Okay, I'm listening. What's most appealing about you?
I'm quite rich for one.
That's about the worst thing you could say. What happened to your excellent personality?
Oh, and I was called the most beautiful girl in the country. I'm really good looking.
Weren't we talking about inner qualities?
If you can put up with the skeleton form and lift the curse, you'll get fame, riches, and a beautiful girl on top. This is your chance.
Your personality really is quite bad, isn't it?
I'm begging you, please, do your best to love me. Just for 1 week. Just 1 week.
What? Why just 1 week?
After 1 week, my curse will become unliftable. I will turn into a monster for real.
Ugh.
I can't allow myself to lose my conscience and start attacking people. Please, please, fall in love with me.
Fuck. This is really hard to turn down. Well, alright. Try.
Really?
Don't complain if I fail.
Of course not.
And with that, my strange daily life of living with a skeleton began.
To start with, I prepared dinner for you. Please, enjoy this meal, prepared by your loving partner.
Food prepared by a skeleton? Let's try. It's really good.
Isn't it? Even if I'm like this, I can cook, clean, and do the laundry. I've been practicing.
Now that's nice. Oh, that was a complete. Now that's nice.
So, did my girlfriend points go up?
I've certainly started to change my mind a bit, but honestly, This is really tasty, especially this soup.
Oh, really? I made the broth using my own bones.
What are you trying to feed me here?
Come on. As a skeleton, this is really something you want to try doing once. Don't worry, this is the only special dish.
Stop messing with me. The next day, it's morning already.
Good morning. So, how was sleeping together with me?
It wasn't really fun or anything. Sleeping with a skeleton isn't really that thrilling.
How many points have I earned sleeping next to you?
0.
What? I even pushed my boob against you!
You haven't got any!
Relationships are hard.
Especially with skeletons.
Next time, I'll let you rest in my lap. That's romantic, isn't it?
Sounds hard.
So, which romantic activity would you like to try today?
After that, I spent some strange days with my loving skeleton. At night in the library, is this a diary? My daughter has developed a fever again. My daughter's health is not improving. Dozens of doctors have already thrown in the towel. I don't care how much gold it takes. We don't have much time left, and yet I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. I have to protect my daughter. A wizard arrived who claimed he could cure my daughter. He seems sketchy, but I don't have a choice right now.
What?
Oh, what? What's that? I'm getting a strange feeling. Was it just my imagination? Guess I'll go take a bath then. Oh, got it?
Yeah! Adventurer son, you pervert! Did you come to peek on me while I'm bathing?
You set this up, didn't you? You even were so kind to turn off the light.
Did your heart jump?
Not really.
Why though? I'm completely naked!
Can you really call that naked?
Let me wash your back first. That's what lovers do, right?
Yeah, if you were really a beautiful young girl. By the way, have you...
Yes?
Never mind.
What is it now? Now you're making me worry. Anyway, I noticed a small problem.
A problem?
Even though we're a couple, wouldn't have proper names for each other.
Now that you mention it,
Wouldn't it only be proper to call each other by our first names? Arwen?
that's right. Luria. Hey, say something.
Ah, it just feels so normal and good. Is it strange that I feel so happy about this? On the inside, I'm just a little girl.
Sure. Just leave that aside. Continue washing my body, Luria.
Yes, I'll start rinsing off the shampoo with all my love. Ah, so it's bedtime. I turned my yes no pillow to yesterday. We're crossing another line together.
Now, that's just physically impossible.
Not being happy to sleep with the most beautiful girl in the country? Your standards are just too high.
Again, you don't even have a face. Just stop with all this nonsense. Hmm?
Arwen?
Again, this strange feeling.
A strange feeling?
Luria, are we the only ones in this castle right now?
That should be the truth, but
Could it be that the evil wizard who turned you into this form came back?
that's impossible. I killed him quite a while ago.
Wow, that's impressive. I sensed something strange earlier as well. In the storage room next to the library.
Really?
Behind this door.
Now I am also sensing something.
That's a twist. What? Skeletons.
Wait, can it be? Father! Mother!
Huh?
Father! Mother! It's me, Loria! I'm so glad to see you again!
What the hell are you doing?
Those two are my parents.
So it's the king and queen of this castle.
My parents were killed by the evil wizard long ago, but it seems they are still under his spell, even after their death. Their bodies were moving against their will. Thought it was strange that I didn't find their bodies in the castle, but it seems the evil wizard hid their bodies in the storage room.
So, he was planning on controlling them after they turned into skeletons.
Seems so, but I killed him before he could do that. I was often told I looked like my mother.
Hard to tell given you are both skeletons.
I got my beautiful golden hair from my mother.
Neither of you have any hair.
Father, mother, I want to introduce somebody to you. This is my future lover, Arwen.
Luria, what are you doing?
Meeting the parents is important, isn't it? Arwen, please say something. Something that will make them like you.
That's difficult. Well, I'm the bounty hunter Arwen. I am in a relationship with Luria with the intention of becoming proper lovers. Ah! They seem really angry.
My father used to be quite an emotional person.
Grrr! Why am I being attacked with a sword immediately after my introduction? Grrr! Your father's almost completely turned into a monster.
Doesn't every father turn to one when meeting their daughter's partner?
Stop making that blank face. Won't, won't forgive. What? Won't forgive, necromancer. Coming to my castle, my daughter. Necromancer, the evil wizard Luria mentioned. You! I won't forgive you. I will kill you.
Arwen, can you handle this? Let's slay my mother and father together.
Really? Those are your parents.
Yeah, it's alright. I have seen them die with my own eyes. Half of them are dead already. And what is dead may never return. Or they completely turn into monsters. I want to bury them with my own hands.
So, they weren't transformed to skeletons while still alive like Luria. Those are real skeletons. Alright, if Luria says so. Whoa. Phrase! Nice one, Luria. You're strong.
Laria. Oh. Now you may rest. Father, mother.
After that, Luria and I traveled to the royal tombs to bury her parents' bones. It was a short trip and took us about a day. It's a strange sight, a skeleton praying at a grave.
Come on, don't say such a thing. I am glad I could bring my parents here. After all, their bodies have been in that castle all this time. Yet, I have only found them out just yesterday.
That's true.
This place, beautiful. You could see the ocean, the horizon, so vast.
I'm sure your parents will be able to rest in peace here.
Yes, satisfied with this.
Luria, you know, you are a good person.
Why that all of a sudden?
It just crossed my mind.
I told you I have a great personality, didn't I?
That's what you said the day we met. True.
Do you believe me now?
Um, well, that's. Yes.
So, am I still a good person?
The week draws to an end.
Yes, time flew by quickly. How was it for you? Did you find your love for me?
Um,
Why the half hearted answer?
What I felt during this week is that the physical appearance is quite important, frankly speaking. We have grown close. What I feel is more closer to a friendship. I don't know if this is really love.
It's always the same with you men!
Well, guess I'll find out when I kiss you. If it is really love, your curse will lift. If it's not, you'll stay the same.
Good. It's easy to grasp that. So, shall we quickly kiss and find out?
Not yet. Before that, I want to talk to you about your secret.
Now that's troublesome. You've caught on to me, haven't you?
You said you'd return to your human form once the curse is lifted. But that's not true, right? Once the curse is lifted, you will die, right? I read the diary which was left in the library. It was about a sickly young girl. That girl was you, right, Luria? And your father called the evil wizard a necromancer. As the name suggests, necromancy is the art of reanimating the dead. Your appearance wasn't changed by magic. The spell was put on you after your death.
When I was still alive, my body was weak, but the magical power in my body was strong. That's why evil sorcerer was after me. My father was searching for a way to cure my illness and invited him to the castle. While pretending to conjure a cure spell, he put a spell on me that killed me and tried to turn me into his servant. Then the necromancer summoned countless undead and laid waste to the country, completely ravaging it. I found an opening and used it to kill the necromancer, but I was too late.
But killing a sorcerer, that's impressive.
I always had a talent for magic. The sorcerer didn't manage to control me completely. Arwen, I'm asking you again. Please, love me, that I can rest in peace.
Why did you lie to me?
I am sorry. It is true that I will turn into a monster after 1 week, but I could not allow myself to harm innocent people. It would be inexcusable if this plan failed. Love me, please. If you succeed, I will vanish. If I said that, no one would want to help me. If I said after lifting the curse, I will return to being a girl, it would be easier to find someone to help me, and there would be a higher chance for the plan to succeed. Or so I thought. Sorry. I really.
I want to be angry at you, but for some reason, there is no anger in. Is there really no way? Is there no way to turn you back into a human or a way for you to stay a skeleton without turning into a monster?
It's no use. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. Head must rest. Arwen, don't cry.
It's just not fair. As a skeleton,
Can't shed any tears.
your heart just a bit too beautiful. There's lights coming out of your body.
When I was alive, I could hardly move due to my illness. So spending this week with you was really fun. And now, Arwen, as I said in the beginning, curse can only be lifted through a kiss with someone who truly loves me. So this means thank you for loving me till the very end.
When it comes to love, is it the appearance that matters? Or is it what's on the inside that counts? I can now say without any hesitation, when it comes to love, it's the heart that is love in eternal memory. That was a nice, solid story. Got a little tear in my eyes there. A smidgen. Just a little waterworks here. You know, cool. Busted pipe. You know. um, I really like this story. It's a nice, wonderful one. I can see why it's written so highly or rated so highly. So what I like about this is first, I mean, again, let's analyze this. First, the art is really good. So one thing that I really like about this is that all the architecture in the background. Because one thing I look for in a lot of these one shots is since it's just a one shot, there should be like a good amount of detail put in just about everything, right? And so when it comes to like weekly releases, you might not have the time to do all the background, or you might need to phone it in. But I mean, you look here, like the bookcases are pretty solid here. There is like little line work here or there, but you see that it's clear for the most part where they're at. And then look, this is just a stunningly beautiful scene here. And then the little flowers there, the little grass, there's details, right? There's varied plant life in there. And, you know, boom, 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 let's go here. This all built up to this beautiful image here. Of course, like, damn, there you go, right? Stunning in color, amazing, nice dress, birds, all of that. And then their wonderful little smile. And I also think that what's really nice about this is also their the skeleton. So I just think this is fun. This skeleton has a great detail. And I was like, oh man, am I gonna be a little off put by this throughout the entire thing? Because it's a skeleton. And that's where it's like, oh no, maybe this is meant for me where I'm judging judging the story based on appearance more than anything else, right? And so that's where it's like, oh, okay, how is this gonna work? But it was wonderfully charming throughout the entire thing. And the skeleton did manage to show a lot of emotion, a lot of expression throughout the thing. And this wasn't quite scary, right? There are times where I forgot that uh it wasn't a girl, right? Like, and that's kind of impressive that I did forget that at certain points. Like, I knew conceptually it was a skeleton, but the story drew me in such that I believe that the skeleton was a girl the entire time. And I do like the small things where like, hey, the dad is mad that you know, dating their daughter, right? And so I thought that was like wonderfully charming in that aspect. And of course, the bone detail is always great. This looks like Emperor Palpatine, by the way. That threw me off. And I think the nice subtle hints of like the whole, oh, he was a necromancer, right? So she died, and then that's what happened in that respect. So I thought that was a really clever thing versus a curse. And it's a very believable lie, right? I was like, okay, it makes sense. He turned her into a skeleton, and then you know the other ones died, and then after that he reanimated them or whatever happened there. The magic still persists. It was a very logical explanation that I believed, and I didn't suspect that, oh, she would die. And I think that's another really good trope. The time limit, so it makes sense. 1 week, can you fall in love with 1 week? But I thought this was like, oh, okay, they're gonna like marry, she'll turn into real life, and then girl, and then they'll happily ever after, or maybe she'll stay a skeleton, and then they'll still become, you know, lovers and things like that. But the fact that like she ended up dying in the end is a very, I mean, that's a brutal truth, but it's also to be expected, I suppose. I didn't mind that, and I do like this particular image too because you could see like he's like, "Ugh, it's a skeleton. I'm holding on to this," but it's also right here. We're like, "Oh, look at that! That sense of beauty and love." The paneling's really good too. I like how it breaks its own rules very often. So it has these squares here, so you can see them going beyond the square lines, like this image here, this in the center, and then you can kind of see boom, boom, boom. It oftentimes crosses these little barriers in small little ways, like right here. You can see. So I really do like when shows do that. They're not quite restricted by the box they're put in, but they are, you know, they use the art to emphasize things here. Now it is pretty boxy, but you know, small things like this where he's front and center, boom, 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 are very small little details that I always really like about these type of shows here. Like this one here, this is nice perspective, like they're looking up at you. Oh, who wouldn't want that? Again, that's a very subtle detail, and you know, I appreciate that. Also, it's very, very humor I think's on point. As a big One Piece fan, I was expecting nothing but bone jokes the entire way through. Like when he said about the heart, I was like, "Oh, but you don't even have a heart, yo!" Stuff like that to happen, and it was interesting too that like just about appearance that matters for love, and it's like, yeah, well, appearance, status, all this stuff goes here, and yeah, I think this was a good humor, did their best, and I think Bone Broth. I've had this discussion on my own YouTube channel. Oh fuck, is this a cannibalism thing? Damn. I've had this discussion about whether or not Monkey D. Luffy was a cannibal. And part of the discussion is if he drank a little bit of bathwater that Brooke bathed in, that they were together. Because, some might get in your mouth, right? It happens. Is that cannibalism? But is this straight up cannibalism? She literally bathed herself with the bone stuff and then fed it to him. I mean, to be fair, it tasted good. So there's something, right? About all that, especially the old bones. But yeah, damn. She just cannibalized him. Or vice versa. Maybe that was her way of like reviving. So maybe there's a sequel series where like boom. And then she like since she's good at magic, she's like, aha, yeah, I've had parts of my body put inside of you, so that way when I pass, I'm actually gonna reinvigorate or reincarnate inside of you. That's kind of funny. Maybe that happened, you know? Then boom, you see the king there. And so yeah, this was really well put together. The little twist at the end, I think, is a logical one, and I don't feel like upset about it in the sense that like, oh, it was a twist for the sake of a twist. They built towards it. They had a story planned. They also show these nice emotions here, especially this like thing where like now you may rest, right? Because she knows she wants to rest, not attack people as well. Yeah, this is a wonderful story. So I think it's good. Self-contained story. It's a wonderful love story. Reminds us about appearance, and I'm sure people would. There was like this TikTok trend. When what said, "Would you love me if I was a worm?" Right? And now the TikTok trend would be, "Would you love me if I were just a skeleton?" Right? And it seems like the answer here is yes. And I like how like, is this love, right? Because talked about the whole friendship thing in the beginning. Like this is more like that sense, and it seems like he was lying. And I like how he was like, "Hey, let's try to make sure that you don't die," you know. And that shows the real type of love they care. But I really enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun, and I'm gonna look at the artist author really quick to see. Okay, so the author just has one work. Let's see what the artist has. Oh, they both have one work, and honestly, that's not a bad thing. I think if you have a story to tell, you just want to tell it once and be done with it, then that's wonderful and a lot of respect. I love that. So awesome, awesome, everybody. Thank you for watching. Happy Valentine's Day month. Good luck with all your loves. And with all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. Peace out.